It turned out earlier this week, the government had announced that they have one more witnesses to call on, right after the 34. So it should be 35 witnesses in total. However, the prosecution team also mentioned to the judge that they are planning to play a handful amount of videos that they believe the jury had never seen, which, we believe it would probably be Mr. Guo's past broadcast videos, maybe related to some of the entities mentioned in the indictment. But that was the indication that the prosecution team made to the judge, I believe on Tuesday morning. And so you can tell, right, how much amount of time that the government had spent in the past 6 weeks of just calling out witnesses, presenting of their evidences, and leaving the defense team very limited amount of time. And with Mr. Guo's defense team, the defense attorneys have made very clear that they will approximately call on around 11 to 12 witnesses. And many of these witnesses, they have very short testimony, which means, the direct examination of these witnesses might only last than an hour, around like 30 to 40 minutes. There was only a certain number of witnesses that might goes to an hour. And that was, to satisfy the deadline that now everybody has consensus of the July 12th. So we will see, how things develop. Obviously, this is the last day of, this week for the trial. And for next week, we only have 2 days. So hopefully we can see, everything gets closed with prosecution team by this week so that, at least Mr. Guo will have 2 days for their full defense witnesses list. But, if anything extends to next week and leaving Mr. Guo only for a day or even half day, then, I think the public will be aware, essentially of what the nature and what the intention that the prosecution team has been made.